Hello again, fellow Pokemon fans. I'm Brascoin. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for choosing this video to get your news and updates on this Cinderace raid. It does mean a lot to me that you're choosing my videos for that. Earlier today, about 5 hours ago, I released a video on how to beat Cinderace using an Armorogue and Indeedee team combo. Well, I finally got a way to beat it with a solo. I actually found two ways. We might do two videos on that, but we have for sure one way, and that is how to one-hit KO this Cinderace with an unsuspecting contender. Without further ado, let's dive into the video and show you guys the Pokemon that we're going to be using for this run. The Pokemon that we're going to be using for today's run is none other than Slowbro, a really slow Pokemon to go up against Cinderace. It's actually kind of funny. This Slowbro is going to have a modest nature. It's going to be holding a life orb for an extra 30% damage, and it can have Own Tempo as the ability, or Oblivious. Oblivious is going to do you more favors, as it's just a better ability for this run. Its stats need to have at least a best or a 31 in defense and special attack. All else doesn't really matter, but we do need to EV train defense and special attack as well. There's a little bit of a debate going on of whether or not we should do defense or HP. HP would be the normal build for everything else. For this raid specifically, you want to have defense maxed. Cinderace is going to start off using that bulk up move, which spells trouble for us, but we're going to counter it with Iron Defense. We're going to use that 3 times. Every single time I've done this raid, I've used 3 Iron Defenses. I've then used 3 Nasty Plots. I've finished it off with a heal using Slack Off, and then a Cheer for extra attack. Now that bumps us up to 7 moves, I want to say 8 moves, sorry. And on the 9th that we would use Stored Power, Cinderace always threw up his shield regardless of how much damage it took. It was extremely annoying. So what I did was I took everything out of HP and put it in defense to avoid that. The times that I ran it, the 5 times I ran it, the 4 out of those 5 times, I was able to run it with a defense build, and it didn't need to have healing. I never used Slack Off, so it made it so that I used Iron Defense these 3 times. I used Nasty Plot 3 times. I finished up with a Cheer for an extra little bit of damage on the attack side, and then I finished it off with Stored Power, and it killed it just fine in 1 move. I'm not very sure where we're at in the video right now because I'm narrating over this after the fact, but we just used Nasty Plot, so I believe we use it 1 more time at this point, and then we move on to cheering. Before, in my other videos, this is where I would have healed, doing the HP max run with EV training the HP. I switched to defense. I no longer have to heal right here, so I almost used Stored Power, but we are going to go for Go All Out. We want to make sure that we're absolutely going to KO this thing in 1 hit, so we have 7 boosts right now going in our favor. Stored Power is going to knock it out of the park for us. There it is. We're going to click Stored Power. We're not even terrastalizing or terratyping or whatever you want to call it these days. We're not going to need to do that. Slowbro was going to output enough damage without it, just with the 1 attack. Shields don't go up. This is on a completely solo run, which is what we like to see, because some people can't afford Nintendo Online. They don't have the opportunity to do these runs with other players who know a little bit more, who can help strategize and take this out from different angles. So that is how we're going to be solo running this Cinderace, guys. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we may have another run to do in a video later on, but thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Brascoin, and I'll catch you in a future video.